going to walk you through how I built a complete internal CRM system for a financial advisory business inside Airtable, starting from when a discovery call is booked in GoHighLevel through to the deal outcome tracking and monthly performance reporting all in Airtable. So the trigger would be the lead has been captured in GoHighLevel. Zapier helps to connect the GoHighLevel and the Airtable so that when the leads is captured, I use the lead connector in the Zapier to bring in that data. And once that data is pulled in, it automatically creates a record in Airtable. Now, this system in Airtable has three core tables. We have the advisor table, we have the calls, and then we have the task. Now, each of the advisors interact exclusively with this data via the interface. It also has some automations that I've built into the system to help with automatic reminders and creation of tasks. Now let's start with the advisors table. So the advisors table is just a master list of all the advisors that we have in the organization. And it also has some roll-up fields, which sums up or counts all the data related to the advisors. And this is strictly going to be used by the admins via the base view. We also have the calls table where all the discovery calls will be logged, and this is going to be our source of truth for deals, notes, outcomes, and any other artifact related to the calls. And advisors will be able to interact with these via the interface. We have some other views in here as well that I created in the grid. We have, for example, today's call, upcoming calls, past calls, active deals, won deals, and lost deals. Talking about the tax table, follow-up tags are linked to each call. And, we can also send Slack reminders to the advisors, letting them know about the upcoming calls based on their due dates. And all that information is logged in here as well. And then we have the interface board where the dashboard I've built for the advisors where they'll basically be interacting from. So we have different pages in here, starting from, the My Dashboard, the metrics, the calls, the task, deals. They can log a call and, so much more that they can do via the interface depending on, what we want to see. Now let's go back to the database, the backend, where all the data is really, comes into play. Again, starting with the advisors board, this is a lookup reference table for all the advisors in the organization. This will not be shared with the advisors, but they will be able to, interact with the other tables via the interface, like I said. Now, a power rolls up of stats for the advisors, and we can see that in here. Also, talking about the calls table. Now, this is the call table. Every call, whether in the past, present, or future, lives here. So advisors can add notes. They can update outcomes, whether it was lost, it was won, it's still active. And, if a follow-up is needed, that can be done as well, which is going to trigger the creation of follow-on tags in the tags table. And the advisors will be able to interact with this table via the interface. Let's move on to the tags. Now, this is where the follow-on tags are created, one action per item. Usually it will be auto-created by automations, which we're going to review shortly. So when an advisor logs a call and they've indicated that a follow-up is needed, then it automatically creates a task in here for them. And advisors can also do this from the interface page. We have some other views here, the tax, grid view for the tax as well, today's tax, if you have overdue tax, pending tax, completed tax, and the likes. Now let's move on to the interface, the advisor interface. Now each advisor will get, access to the interface page where they're able to do quite a number of things. So they can log a call, like I said. When they log this call, it's tied directly to the call table. They can see the number of days they've done. They can see their tax, their calls, the number of calls they've booked, and they can see their overall metrics. So this board is built in such a way that we are going to restrict the advisors to only be able to see their own data and not any other advisor's data. And this can be achieved by adding a filter in here and adding a condition to, and picking the user field to say when advisor is exactly the current user that is logged in. Once this is done, then the metrics changes. So that is the way we're going to condition our advisors so that they don't see other advisors' data. I'm going to click on the group and just remove the condition here. Okay, so and that applies to all other tags that we have in here, all other pages that we have in here. It can be conditioned for the advisor to see only their own data, but it's very helpful and the advisors can interact with these, from the interface page. Now let's talk about automations. In here, I have about 3 automations and they're already published. And I'm going to walk you through each of the automations that I have in here. The first one is the auto create follow-up task. So when a record is updated by the advisor and it has been indicated that a follow-up is needed, then a record will be created in tax. Now let's see how that works. Okay, let's try TeamDoc. Let's see what happens. Okay, we just needed to wait. So that picks from here. Oh, I see. So see, I was in the wrong view. So I should be in grid view. So all the ones we've been clicking has been coming in. But because I was in completed tax, I was wondering what's going on. Why is the automation not working? But it actually worked. So you can see all the other ones we picked. Tobias, Yuki Tanaki, Team Duke. So let's do that again so that we're just sure that our automation is working. So I'm going to click on, let's pick Patrick Learned. Let's see. Before then, let's check tax. The last one here is team. So let's go here. Let's click on Patrick Learned. And let's see what happens in the tax. Is it going to create a tax? Yes, it did. Patrick Learned. So a tax is created and then we can then follow up and a due date is there as well. And then we can follow up with that client. Let's go to another automation, which is the lost reason enforcement. So this will be triggered when a record is updated and the deal outcome is lost, but the lost reason is empty. Maybe the advisor forgot to add, a reason why the deal was lost. So this is going to trigger an email to the advisor saying, hey, a deal has been marked as lost, but no reason was recorded. Please update the record. And this is very important. So we know where to, the opportunities are, where to strengthen our business for our clients too, so that we don't lose the deal the next time. We also have another automation here, which is like a Slack reminder. So at a scheduled time every day, this is going to trigger. It will find records that their due date is today and their status is not closed. Once those records are found in a repeating loop, it's for each of the record, it's going to send a Slack message saying, hey, this task is due today, update the records when it's complete. And then it's going to go back to the table to update that record. So it's going to go back to the tax table and then update the record, say, hey, we've sent a reminder to this advisor on this task that is due today. And if you look at it, it's going to come in here and say, yes, Slack reminder is sent, and it's going to record the exact time that this was sent. So yeah, this is basically the system I created for the financial advisory clients, CRM system that helps keeps all their information in one place. And this system is triggered by the lead captured from GoHighLevel and brought in via Zapier into the advisory CRM system. Thank you.